Hello, good people, once again. Now, this is something I've covered before, but it's the season, so I gotta do it again. Operating temperatures for this thing. Well, not just this model, all Garmin Nuvi Drive and Drive Smart models, and that is operating temperature and charging operating temperature. Yes, there is a difference. And I will directly show a screenshot for this one from the manual for this. Now this is a 2497 Nuvi, but as I said a moment ago, this applies to all Garmin's across the board, every single one of them. Now when you're running this off of battery, excuse me, when you're running one of these off of battery, sure, you could run this even in the coldest of temperatures or the warmest even, but when it's plugged in and charging, that's when you're in the danger zone, specifically with the cold, because if, basically put, if it is below freezing, meaning below 32 degree Fahrenheit or below 0 degree Celsius, you should not have this plugged in and charging. And what does that mean? Well, what that means is that every night you have to, if you know the temperature of the inside of the car is going to drop below freezing over the course of the night, then you unplug your Garmin navigator and take it out of the car and bring it inside. It's that simple. And you say, well, what about the next morning when it's still freezing outside? Well, if you're like any normal person, you would warm up the car before going anywhere. You know, you gotta warm up the engine, so on. So after you warm up the car for just 2 minutes, then the interior becomes above freezing, and then you can go ahead and do your business and plug in your navigator and away you go. And that's more or less all you have to do. The only danger with that, well, there's actually not a danger unless you make it a danger, and I'll explain what that means. What you do is that the only danger is your charging cable, specifically the connector that goes right into the Garmin. If that is at a freezing temperature and you introduce it to the Garmin, well, that can create a little condensation if it's really, really cold and cause damage when it warms up quickly from electricity running through it to charge the unit. All you have to do in that instance is just literally take your fingers and just hold the charger, the tip of it, just for like 10-20 seconds until it warms up a little bit, and then you plug it in, and then you're okay. So again, mind that operating temperature, specifically for charging. If it is below freezing inside the car, wait until it's above freezing, and then bring your Garmin back and make sure that the tip of the connector is at the right temperature, even if you have to hold it for just a moment. And that's it. You're good.